Hello, my loves. Hello. Sorry, I was fist fighting the Fugi this time. I'm gonna switch this to just chatting for right now to see if it actually pops up or not. I don't think it will. Um, yeah, it's not. Okay, so we're just gonna be without things today. And that is purely because I am so stubborn and I want Resident Evil 3 to work. And I am willing to forgo a model for Resident Evil 3. The things I am willing to do for Resi 3 include this. So I'm gonna switch this over. I hope everyone's having a good day. I am desperately hoping that this works. If it doesn't work, then we're gonna do some tarot like we did last time. The hope is that it works and that it'll be fine. That's the hope. That's the hope. It might not be the reality, but that is the hope. Yeah. When I tell y'all I was fucking around in these settings, I was doing so many things. Hi, Bone Fox, welcome in. I was doing so many things to try and get this to work because it'll work fine when I'm not streaming. But for some freaking reason, so yeah, this is purely a testament to my stubbornness right now. Oh, there's an ad break. Oh well. I think everyone in chat right now has a thing. So yeah, this is purely a testament to my stubbornness. Like I said, if it doesn't work, I'll turn the model on and we'll go to tarot, but I really want it to work because I love Resident Evil so much. Anyway, I wonder if I can just load, because I did start playing to see if it would work. Yeah, I feel like it's skipping a lot. We're gonna, we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. And yeah. Worst case scenario, I could just catch us up. Okay, where are we? Ooh, this is choppy. Is it as choppy as I feel like it is? Because I feel like it's a little choppy. Yeah. Boo! Me yelling. It's fine. At least this is happening during an ad break. So if I need to switch, I can. Yeah, I just feel like this is really choppy. Yeah. Boo! Okay. I was gonna try and fight with it, but you know what? We're not gonna try and fight with it. We're just gonna... Just give me like 2 seconds, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I just had to do a little thing real quick. There I am. There I am. And I know it drives some of you guys crazy that I'm just floating. So we're gonna do that. And I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. There we go. Ha ha. I live and I'm not floating. All right, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Iris, can you do me a favor while I am changing the stream info? Can you just like drop a thing in our Discord that I'm doing tarot readings today instead of Resident Evil for me, please? And thank you. Alrighty. How is everybody today? Does the channel matter? You can just put it in general if you want. We're just gonna ba-ba-bum. And I'm just gonna change some of these things. Haha. There we go. Done. I've fixed it. Yeah, there's a lot wrong with me. That's fine. Everything's fine. So yeah, I know we have some folks in chat today that did not get their tarot read the other day when I did it. So if anybody wants to get their tarot read, please feel free to ask a question. Hi Hermes, hi wifey, welcome in. Hi Killjoe, welcome in, welcome in. How is everybody? Avalon, have you guys heard about the hit new EN VTuber group Avalon? Because I have, and they're in chat right now. Yeah, so if anybody wants a tarot reading, let me know. Hermes is like, stop, you're embarrassing me. I haven't heard the hit new. Yes, I can talk about the hit new group Avalon more. So let's talk about the hit new group Avalon, led by Hermes Rossi and Killjoe Kitten. Yeah, that's Killjoe's full name. Hermes is gonna kill me. What do you mean you don't want me to talk about the hit new group? Yes, they are starting a VTuber group, Avalon. We don't know who the other two members are yet. But since Olympus has fallen, Avalon is coming back. So we'll find out more. Listen, I am here to hype up my friends. She's screwing a check for real, for real. Listen, we love hyping. We love hype. Bet. But yes, so I have the tarot cards out. We can ask some questions, get some answers, have a fun time. Anybody have any questions they want to ask? Is anyone brave enough to go first? Or I could just start talking about like what tarot. Gal! Hi, Gal. Welcome. Hi, gal. How are you? I have a question, but not for me. It's more like tarot info. Sure, Iris, hit me. What you got? What you got? Yeah, this can be about tarot. It could be about astrology. It could be getting your tarot read, like whatever y'all want. Because this was not planned. And therefore I'm going buck wild. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm gonna fist fight my copy of Resident Evil 3. But other than that, I'm doing good. What's the wildest reading I've had in terms of accuracy? Honestly, I don't know. Because like, so the way I do tarot readings is very intuitive. And so I don't think about, how do I put this? Like, I don't talk too much, with my people that I'm reading about, listen, I don't know, Helios, how many times I'm gonna break tonight. We're gonna find out. Welcome in. Yeah, I don't ask the questions that you need to like get that answer, if that makes sense. So like whenever I do my readings, I don't ask anybody any questions. I just ask them like, you know, to give me an idea of what they're looking for in terms of the reading, like general, like career, something's bothering you, something like that. And so I don't necessarily know how accurate my reading is for them unless they tell me it's very accurate. I know I've had some pretty accurate readings for some of my friends in terms of like general readings. Some of my readings on myself have been pretty accurate and pretty brutal looking back at it. So yeah, it's kind of a, when they tell you though. Yeah, I mean, I think one of the most accurate readings I've had has actually been one of yours, Iris. It was either one of yours or one that I was doing for a family member, I want to say, because I kind of freaked him out a little bit. I can't really go into detail about what it was. Oh, thank you, Bone Fox. I can't really go into detail about what it was, just in part because I can't remember and in part because, you know, privacy reasons. But yeah, I think that was probably one of the most accurate ones I've done. And I mean, of course, like, as with anything, it's not 100% accurate all the time. So sometimes I may pull some cards and they might seem accurate at the time, or they might be accurate for how the person's feeling, but they might not be accurate in terms of what is actually going on. So. Stupid question. What is tarot? Not a stupid question, Helios. Not a stupid question. So tarot is a form of divination, so it's a form of fortune telling, and it involves card reading. So it's a type of cartomancy, but it involves there's 72 cards, and they are divided into the major and minor arcana, and they can tell you a little bit about just insights and stuff. You know? So not a stupid question, but we are doing some tarot readings tonight. So if anyone wants to get their tarot read, we can do that. Otherwise, I can also answer questions about astrology or just talk generally about tarot and stuff like that, or my practice as a witch. Up to y'all. Yeah, it's very neat. I think it's very neat. It's a very, very fun time. It's a very, it's a very interesting skill to have, I think, because you know, you have a lot of capability to understand, just kind of like at your fingertips, but at the same time it can also become something where you're like, oh, I don't know. Eldrassi, hello, thank you for coming in. Sure, what kind of reading would you like? I just need an idea of what kind of reading you want. Like, do you want a general reading? Do you want a career reading? A love reading? The love readings were very popular last time. Yeah, we love tarot here. And by we, I mean I love tarot. It's so interesting. You know? Is this similar to a palm reading? Yeah, palm reading is a form of divination. Love. Okay, let's do a love reading for Eldrassi. So I am going to be sticking to my 3-card readings again tonight because a 6-card reading or plus would be a bit of a pain in terms of trying to manage while also managing stream. But the 3 cards are supposedly one of the most powerful ones, so. But yeah, palm reading, astrology, tarot, reading bones or runes, let's see what else. Other forms of cartomancy and things like that are all considered divination practices. All right, let's talk about love. Every time I do a reading for myself, it reminds me that I'm broke. Ain't that just the way? That's a mood. That happens sometimes, man. Alright, let's see here. Oh, I'm dropping everything right now. Oh, okay. All right, we have some cards that don't want to go in. All right. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's see here. So, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. I'm sorry. It's just you said. Hold on, I hit a button by accident. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh, Eldrassi. It's just that you said that every time you do a reading for yourself, it reminds you that you're broke, and then I pulled all pentacles. Which pentacles usually represent, like, money and stability and stuff like that, so it was just a funny little coincidence. Okay, so I'm looking at the 2 of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So, let's start with the 2 of Pentacles. So the 2 of Pentacles reminds us that balance is super important. In all things, balance is super important. But specifically, I would say right now, it would indicate that your focus is very much on career and like finances and everything. So that's kind of where you're focused right now. With the 10 of Pentacles kind of coming up, at a certain point, you're going to be in a position where you are maybe not quite as focused on monetary aspects. Maybe you are a little bit more comfortable with where you're at, and at that point you'll feel a little more comfortable to you know, move into thinking about love a little bit more, especially since the idea is that, like, you know, with the 10 of Pentacles, everything's coming together. So at a certain point, you'll kind of hit that point. And then with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, I would say the cards themselves are telling you not to kind of lose focus. So even though at a certain point you will feel like, hey, everything's coming together, both in terms of like financial stability and like romance and things like that. Definitely just make sure that you're not losing focus of your goals, and that you're not losing focus of the things that help to keep you stable in life. I just think it's funny that, oh god, no, I hit a button again. My hotkeys are a mess. I just think it's particularly funny that you said that every time you do a general reading on yourself, you get pentacles. I mean, not pentacles. It reminds you that you're broke, and then you got all pentacles. That's just funny to me. But yeah, anybody else want one? Do 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 do. I feel personally attacked. I'm sorry. That was my nice deck. I have many decks, and they all have their personalities. This one is one of the nicer ones. Yeah, gal, what would you like? What kind of reading would you like? Do 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 do. Yeah, in retrospect, I'm kind of glad I didn't use the fuck your life deck, because if you felt personally victimized by that one, I feel like the other one would be too much. Yeah, Iris, I'll get to you right after I do gal, okay? Fuck your life, bing bong. I feel like I need that as a sound alert. I feel like it wouldn't get used, like, ever. I just really like that sound. It's up there with the, he was the nicest guy around. Murder? What murder? Love. Okay. You know, we're sticking with love tonight. Okay. Let's see if the gal paladin, what love has in store for her. I would use it. I'm gonna find it. Please. I love that sound so much. Fuck your life, bing bong. Okay. Love readings. Readings are always really fun for me because I just love love. Love is just so, like, I don't know, it's just so cute. So, also I feel like it's cuffing season, so a lot of people have love on their mind. Okay, I have 3 for gal. All right, let's do this. Ooh, ooh. Hi Moon, welcome in, welcome in. All right, so gal, we are starting with the Star, which I feel like is a very, like, good place to start out of all the major arcana, especially since the Star is just so, like, hopeful and youthful. Hi Gilja, welcome back. Oh, I don't know why I jumped just then. But yeah, the Star is just very, like, hopeful and youthful and just very, like, supportive overall. So it feels very much like you are in this place where a lot of things are happening for you, and you're vibing, but, like, in the best way. You're vibing in that way that you're like, things are coming together, things are working for me the way I want them to, and I'm like open for it. I'm open to it. I'm ready. I'm not necessarily, like, looking for it, but I'm open. The next 2 cards are both reversed, which I think is interesting. So it's things to keep in mind, you know? The 10 of Cups and the 3 of Wands. So the 10 of Cups, does ask us to like look at how we engage with other people and whether or not like we are giving them everything that we have in terms of like being our authentic self. So the fact that hi Hikaru, welcome in. The fact that it's reversed tells me that as you start to like find yourself in romantic positions, just making sure that you're still protecting your energy as best as you can. You know, because it is important to be open and honest with your partner, but at the same time, you don't want to give them all your energy because you can't pull from an empty cup, you know? And in that same vein, the Three of Wands being reversed also tells me the same thing, that, you know, as you're starting this journey, just being aware of who you are and maintaining your sense of self as you like progress through those ideals. Yeah. All right, I think Iris was next. Iris, what you want? What you want? Also, you guys can use sound alerts while I'm doing these. Specifically, like while I'm shuffling, that's totally fine. It'll just make me laugh. I feel like the stream is like very quiet, which might just be me, but yeah. Now I have the fuck your life bing bong stuck in my head. But yes, welcome Hikaru. Hola mi amor. Oh god.
Hey baby girl, will you do it one more time for me?
Mistakes have been made. You're welcome, gal. You're welcome. I hope it was a good reading. And like, I always say this for any reading I do, take what makes sense to you and what feels right. And like, if it doesn't feel like it applies, just leave it. Tarot is all possibilities, as is any divination practice. Anyone who tells you that they can 100% predict the future is incorrect. A career reading. All right. No worries, Iris. Let's do this. Okay. All right. The cards had something to say. They had something to say right then. I'm so lost and broke. Ain't that a mood? Ain't that a mood? I don't blame you. Iris, I would break out my angry deck for you because I feel like you can take it, but at the same time, I don't want to put you through that because I know what it's going to say, so... Oh, let me not. Let me not. Oh, goodness. Okay, let's see what we got here. I know you could take it, but I feel like I shouldn't put you through it. Okay. So we have the High Priestess, the Knight of Wands, and the Seven of Swords. Very interesting. Okay, so High Priestess, girl, you already know what I'm gonna say. You are so incredibly creative and just like in touch with so much of yourself at this point that there's not much left for you to do in terms of the like shadow work, spiritual side of things, like before you take action. You are at the point with the Knight of Wands where you need to be taking action. Like you need to actually, like, the time for planning is done. You gotta, it's time to make it work. Like it's time to figure it out and just go for it, whatever that may be, because you have a lot of options. With the Seven of Swords, you're also making things a little bit harder for yourself. Like you're feeling like, oh, I have to carry all of these burdens myself and be able to like make it work in that way. And so you keep getting stuck in this cycle of thinking and thinking and thinking, and it's time to just, it's just time to fucking do it. It's time to fucking do it. And the cards are telling you to fucking do it. Oh. Helios, do you want to take a swing at the angry deck? Okay, I could do that. Help, I've been choked. Iris, I don't know what to tell you. That wasn't even the bad deck. Yeah, well, at a certain point, you gotta stop thinking about options, and you gotta just do the thing. All right, Helios, what do you want to ask the deck? Do you want like a general reading? Do you want like a specific reading about something? What do you want? Ooh, I hit the wrong button. Again, I really need to just stop hitting buttons. That's what I need to do. All right. Hopefully I'm still here. I'm like watching the bitrate jump general. Okay, yeah. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Ooh, okay. You know, it just randomly decided that it was booba time. Okay. Yeah, so the way this works is, how do I explain this? It's possibilities, really. Like there's a lot of things that tarot can explain. But really I like to think of it as a way of like checking in with yourself and like seeing where you're at when it comes to general stuff. So for like a love reading, like I just did for Gal and Eldrassi, like for them it's a little bit of an understanding as to where they're at right now, and what may or may not be coming. But in terms of general stuff, it can just be, you know, a way to like check in with yourself. Normally how I would do these is I would have you think of what question you want answered, and while you shuffle, so that it infuses the energy. But since obviously I'm not in person, things are working a little differently. Okay. And when I say this is my angry deck, it's not really angry, it's just brutally honest. We'll go with brutally honest. Okay. Wow, this one's taking a second. Let's see here. All right. Oh my. Okay. Kronk, welcome in, welcome in. How are you? Okay. All right. So 5 of Cups. You, sir. We're starting with the 5 of Cups, which is a very like strongly emotional card. So because you haven't had a tarot reading before, I do want to like explain a little bit. So there are 4 suits in tarot, aside from the major arcana, and each one represents a different aspect of life. So in this case, our dear friend, the 5 of Cups, is emotions and like spiritual and all of that. You, sir, have a lot of connecting you need to do with yourself internally about your emotions. You're kind of like at the precipice, so you're right at the edge of being able to kind of like understand how you got to this point and like what's kind of been bothering you and stuff like that, but there's something that's holding you back. And that is actually represented by the 7 of Wands, which is the next one, which is inverted. You feel kind of like you're at odds with yourself to a certain extent. So like you're arguing with yourself over what needs to be done and like what aspect you should look at first. And, you know, it's just your mind's kind of all over the place, where you really need to be focusing on like what your understanding is. And along with that is the 2 of Wands, also in reverse. So again, this idea that you're at the very beginning, at the very edge of a journey, but that you are kind of holding yourself back in a way. You've been kind of overthinking in some ways and not thinking enough in other aspects. So it sounds like you really need to connect with your emotional self, in order to try and help you make sense of all that's going on around you. Kronk. Yeah. Ooh, you had to get a protection spell with it. Ooh. Oh, buddy, that must have been quite the reading. That must have been quite the reading, Kronk. One of those little mason jar dudes. Yeah. Those can be pretty handy, especially since they're nice and portable and you can just kind of like stick them somewhere. They can be super handy. A lot of my like protection spells and stuff like that I'll do in little jars because they're a lot easier to seal and deal with in that way. Damn, I really should have just stayed quiet. That shit hurted. I tried to warn you. Helios. Yeah, you could have okay, let's do a general with the fuck your life deck. Oh god, everyone wants to be hurt now. Fuck your life deck is pleased. Okay, hold on. Okay. It ended up cracking. Well, then it did its job. It took the hit for you. It did its job. Okay. All right, Eldrazi, I'm going to have Hikaru go first because you've already had a reading. So, Hikaru, what kind of reading do you want? Trauma story. Yeah, Hikaru, what kind of reading do you want with the Fuck Your Life deck? And then I know Eldrazi wants a general one, so I'll do the general one after. Not a fucking trauma stream. I'm screaming. Romance? Ooh. Okay. Romance. Iris can tell you this deck has been with me the longest. I've had this deck for almost 10 years. And it has delivered some of the most brutal yet honest beatdowns I have ever seen in my life. Yippee! Yippee! All right. Let's do this. All right. Hikaru. This deck grabs you by your hair. It do be grabbing people by the hair. Okay. All right. Let's see what Hikaru had. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh my. Okay. All right. Okay. So, starting off strong. Wigless, Scalplish, Anonymous. Sorry, that just broke me. Wigless, Scalpless, Shoot, Anonymous. Oh, that's good. Okay. Okay. So, Hikaru, darling. So we are starting off strong with the King of Pentacles. So, up until now, you've had a little. Oh, hi, Lotus. Welcome. Hi. You've had a little bit of a difficult time balancing out being this person that is like kind of more career focused, with, and like that more like that side of you that really is chasing stability with your romantic side. So what I mean by that is you have been looking to be this sort of more, or perhaps been looking towards a more like authoritative figure to try and like give you that sense of balance and that sense of belonging, and it hasn't really worked out for you in that way. As such, with the Two of Cups, which is the next card, you're really looking for someone that you see yourself in as like your other half, like someone that you feel understands you on a spiritual and emotional level, on a creative level, someone that you feel like you can be your entire self with and like sees you for who you are, almost like a soulmate. Like there's definitely some heavy like romantic vibes going on here, in terms of like what you're looking for. And The last card is the Empress reversed. So with what you're looking for and kind of the trouble that you've had in the past, it's really asking you to make sure that even though you do still gravitate towards these powerful and just really strong presences in your life, that you yourself are still asking yourself, what is it that I'm looking for? And am I being a little too idealistic? So am I putting a little bit too much faith in the idea of, oh, like this is going to work out perfectly, when humans don't exactly work like that? And additionally, you know, too, the Empress is someone who is typically very strong-minded, and very firm in her beliefs. So just be careful. Just be careful with that. All right, Eldrassi, you are up next with the Fuck Your Life deck. Lotus, don't let Helios act like I've been bullying him. He asked for this reading. Like, he asked for me to give him a reading. And was like, I wanna try. You're welcome, Hikaru. Also, like I always say, you know, take what resonates. And if it doesn't, then think of it more as like caution or like advice, like general advice. All right. I will say the deck was quite nice to you, Hikaru. It wasn't that mean. So for once I did this to myself. All right, I'll just see a general reading. I'm going to laugh really hard if it calls you broke again, because that would be really funny. All right. It was very gentle. It was, yeah. No, the thing is with this deck is it's always honest. In some ways it's really mean, and then in other ways it can be very gentle. I think it knows when someone needs a slightly gentler touch. Yeah. Apparently, Helios did not need a gentler touch. Oh. I definitely just felt one pop out. Where'd it go? I also know this deck is quite pleased that it's actually getting more use right now, because I haven't used it in a while. Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3. All right, Eldrassi, let's see what we got. Ooh. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we're starting off with the 8 of Wands, which is a very interesting card to start off with. Oh, there I go. I moved too fast. Sometimes I'm still not 100% used to the tracking on this, so sometimes I move too fast. So 8 of Wands is really like the beginning of a journey. You have a little bit more understanding as to like who you are and kind of where you're going. And I think that was also kind of reflected in the previous one that we did, where, you know, you're starting to understand the things that are going on that you need to be focused on, and kind of where this journey is going to take you. The next one is the 8 of Cups. So as you're progressing on this journey, please do not forget that your emotional and spiritual and creative self is important. So while you are focused on that financial stability that we talked about earlier in your previous reading, and that is important, don't get me wrong, that is important. At the same time, you do need to be thinking about, you know, your health and the emotional side of yourself. What are you doing to take care of that? With that, we also have the Queen of Cups, which the Queen of Cups is kind of a slightly more aggressive version of what I just said. So definitely feel like empowered to be thinking about your intuition and like making the decisions that you think are right for yourself. Even if you feel like, you know what, this is a little bit of a long shot, I'm really trusting my gut on this, it sounds like you need to do it. It sounds like that is the correct path in this case. Very interestingly enough, only Helios has been destroyed by the Fuck Your Life deck so far. I find that funny. So yeah. Also, Kronk, thank you for the lurk. Thank you for the lurk. But yeah, this deck was nice to you. It was nice to you. It was. Imagine. Helios, it probably sensed your skepticism. It has a good bullshit meter. So it probably sensed your skepticism. Yeah, no problem. Like, when I say it's the have I not suffered enough? No. When I say it's the Fuck Your Life deck, it's not that it's just like inherently mean to everybody. It's just very like to the point. Like, I feel like some of my other decks will be a little bit I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I will say, just because you asked for a reading on one doesn't mean that you wouldn't get scarred for a reading on another one. But yes, Eldrazi, it does sound like you need to work on self-care. Yeah. Yeah, it does that. I know, Helios, I once was doing a reading for a girl, one of my roommates in college, and she took the whole thing as a joke, and the way that the cards tore her to shreds will live on in my memory. Like, I that was brutal. But yeah, no. Sometimes, sometimes it's like, hey, this aspect of your life, you don't actually need to have the bitch slap, but in other aspects, you do. Oh, God. What did it pull for her? Yeah, Iris remembers that. What did it pull for her? I don't remember. This was a few years ago. I just remember she was like near tears. No, death is actually not a bad card. Honestly, I think it was the tower. It might have been the tower and something else. But yeah, no, she was upset. And I felt a little bit bad. But at the same time, I was like, well. Yeah, it ate her up about her attitude towards herself and her love life. Yup. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. Yeah, of course. Diary, it can be one of the nicer decks if you want. That's totally fine. But yeah, what type of reading do you want? I'm just here shuffling my cards like a little old lady. No, the cards cannot tell you that, Lotus. That is not something the cards have the capability to tell you. In fact, for asking that question, oh shit. Lotus, I'm so sorry, you're about to get eat up. Lotus, you're about to get eaten up. I'm so sorry. So you asked that question and a card fell out, which is an answer in and of itself. And the answer was the Hanged Man. In this case, the cards are very blatantly telling you that you need to change your perspective and the patterns in which that you exhibit from time to time, because it's just leading you up to the same place, and that is a place that you yourself do not wish to be. So you might want to think about changing the way you view the world and yourself and your place in it. Otherwise, yeah, you're just gonna end up in the same spot, and that spot is apparently not making you very happy. So I'm gonna say Fallout. All right, diary love. We could do love. I'm so sorry, Lotus. See, he took it well. It's fine. He took it well. Okay. A 3-part hole and open the tower. Ooh, yeah. Crawl out through the fall, baby. Oh my god. Alright, let's do a love reading for diary. Do. One of these days, I promise I will get background music commissioned. In fact, I am going to... The cards are saying you should download Arc and play it with a fellow shark boy. Yeah, maybe that's what they're saying. Yeah, one of these days I'm gonna get Iris to make me more background music for these tarot readings. Because I feel like it's like quiet. But at the same time, it's like... I'm sorry, the timing on that was really comedic. The timing on that was really comedic. I'm so sorry. Yep. I am theoretically getting new and better internet tomorrow, so I'm hopeful that this will be the last time that we have outrageous levels of Wi-Fi related stuff. Thank you. I'm glad to be back. So we're hopeful. But yes, right off the bat, we have the inverted Page of Wands and the... Listen, if the sharks want to be sassy in my chat tonight, the sharks are being sassy in my chat. How dare they? I'm just trying to be a good person and give love readings to people. Shark snark, that's so cute. Wait, shark snark, I love that. Anyway, inverted Page of Wands. So you, my dear diary, have had not a lot of confidence in yourself. In the romance department. In some ways you've been a little bit idealistic. You've been a little bit like overly hopeful in the way that, like, you know, like the fairy tale romance and stuff like that. And unfortunately that's not worked out very well. But you know, kind of thinking about changing that perspective and everything. The next card is the Chariot, and the Chariot is all about pursuing your goals and being aware of the you know, of the way things are going, and really just kind of like pursuing them with that passion and that drive. So some of that shyness that you might have experienced